Colleen, can you tell my followers who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
Okay, my name is Colleen Moore. I'm from Sydney, Nova Scotia, on a little island called Cape Breton. I am currently retired. I was a teacher at the community college, and I traveled 4 hours a day for 20 years. So, Tim Hortons on the way, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was 4 hours you used to
Giving a
drive to
try.
and from work as a teacher.
Yes.
Goodness me. So let's rewind the clock here, okay? So
Okay.
so before you met me, before you enrolled in my online program, what were you going through, or what were your struggles, Colleen? If you don't mind telling me and my followers.
Well, it was, I tried so many different diets and it was yo-yo up, lose 10 pounds, gain 10 pounds, maybe 12 pounds. It's been a constant struggle. Um, you know, you, when you're, I just found that I wasn't able to maintain any of it. Like I would do well for a little while and then I go back to my old habit. There was no one, I had no motivation, or I had motivation to try it, but nothing to keep me on track. So I ended up gaining a lot of weight over the years, a lot of
Okay.
weight.
So before we go ahead, guys, in the group, I'm not sure if you can see me or see Colleen because I got a new laptop. But if you can comment below whether you can see me or not, I'm just going to check here. I know this is live. Bear with me. Group.
There was no one, I had no motivation, or I had motivation to try it, but nothing to keep me on track. So
I know this is live. Okay, sorry about this. We can see. So, take me back to the struggles. How long were you trying all these different diets, struggles, Colin?
um, for many years, and in particular, the last 5 years were the hardest. I
Okay,
just, I don't know, I was getting older and, like you kind of give up sometimes if it's not working for you, that kind of stuff.
correct. So, you mentioned there, I remember our very first phone call. You told me you tried a lot of different diets. Okay, you think you tried Weight Watchers. I think you tried Herbal Magic or something. You tried Norwood, some online program. Why didn't any of these work, do you think?
Well, and there was a lot more than that as well. um, I just, there's accountability and someone to like motivate you, and you're doing a great job, keep going. You know, what the difference was is when I joined you, you called me once a week and you made me accountable, you know, and you made me set goals. And, it's that really helped. That's the kind of stuff that I needed
Hmm.
because I tried them all. I paid big bucks for them all and none of them worked for me.
It's incredible. Yeah, the key is accountability. When you have someone actually holding your hand, and I actually taught you how to count calories, how to count macros. You never had any knowledge about
No.
counting macronutrients or what is a calorie deficit before you
Yes.
worked with me, did you?
No, I didn't know any of that. All I knew was calories, like, 1,000 calorie diet. That's what I would start with, and I'd be like starving. It just didn't work.
Were you hungry over the last 14 weeks, Colleen? Be
I was,
honest.
I honestly was not. There was a few times I wanted Nutella, but I just added it to my count, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite chocolate thing.
I
But
remember you
no, I've
saying,
never been hungry.
I remember you saying to me, Davey, I'm really craving Nutella. I said, Colleen, that's fine, just have it. You have X amount of calories to eat, X amount of protein. Let's not complicate this, okay? The best diet is the one that includes your favorite foods as the one and is the one that you can stick to. It's more sustainable. I actually just got off the phone to one of my new clients there over in Vancouver. She may be watching this. She said she's dropped 8 pounds in 3 weeks, okay? she said she's having ice cream and she's still in a calorie deficit. She's here like, she's enjoying it. This is actually sustainable.
Exactly.
So the
You
key
can
is,
have your favorite foods as long as you account for them.
of course. So let's rewind the clock once again. Take me back to, you joined up right in the middle of course, the pandemic, COVID-19. So did the pandemic have any kind of effect on your weight loss goals, Colleen?
Well, actually, it was because of the COVID-19. That was one of the reasons that I reached out to you, because I knew that I was in trouble if we weren't being, if I wasn't on something that I was going to sit home and eat binge food, like binge eating and watching TV all the time and Netflix. So I thought, you know what, I need to do something. So that's when I reached out to you, and I was able to maintain I kept my, I stayed on the diet. I increased my walking. I have never walked before, like that kind of walking. And each time I would increase it till I got up to my 10,000 a day. And that was all during the COVID. Like that had nothing to do with, not being able to get up and walk or like it gave you more time, because you're home more and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just felt it as positive.
of course, you could look at it, and some people can look at it in one way. Oh my God, there's no gyms open. How am I going to lose weight? But the food stores were still open. You can still walk. People have more time now than ever to actually start a weight loss program. And you're coming out of this. You're coming out on the other side, 45 pounds down. Meanwhile, others who didn't take action, people who continue to not to take action, sorry, are going to be maybe 30, 40 pounds overweight.
Exactly.
So, I was going to ask you about, you mentioned biking up hills. I mean, I just find that incredible now. You said that this is the first time in nearly 20 years that you're now biking up hills.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. When out here at the beach, it's pretty well flat, except there's one big hill, and that I've never been able to bike up without getting off the bike halfway there. And I can go up there no problem now. It's just like, and the strength you build, with the exercises we're doing and stuff like that. Like I can do stuff I could never do before.
This is incredible. It's a complete transformation in terms of physical, mental. And I'm sure those around you, family, friends, your daughters, must be looking at you and saying, my goodness, Colleen, she's a role model. She's incredible, a leader.
My daughters are definitely proud of me, for sure. And my friend says to me every day, I can't believe you can do that, And her and I used to bike all the time, like at the beach, but weren't able to go up the hill. So, that makes a big difference.
People in the group, can you comment below, hashtag live if you can watch this, or hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. If you have any questions to me or Colleen, please just comment below. I'd love that as well. But I want to talk about, there has to be, if someone wants to change, I think weight loss is relatively easy, to be honest, but in order to change, it's completely different. I mean, you have to have a kind of a why. The very first phone call we had, I dug deep and I actually wanted to know what's going on in Colleen's life. Why does she want to change? And yours was your daughters, was your main. I mean, you wanted to make them proud. Correct.
Yeah. I wanted to be able to do things with them. And I didn't want to be like, the one that they have to drag along. I wanted to be up there and being able to walk and, if we go to a foreign country, be able to go, like in Greece, for example, there's a lot of hills, and I want to be able to do that without being out of breath and stuff like that. And plus, I'm hoping for grandchildren someday. And I want to be able to play with them and do things with them, So that was a big motivation for me. I said, no, I'm done with this sitting on the couch and not taking it seriously and my health seriously.
Of course.
So.
Yeah, I mean, That's what I'm saying. People, I ask them, why do you want to lose 40 pounds, 50 pounds? But if you really ask them, keep asking them, they'll say, okay, look, I want to be around for my grandkids. I really do. I want to be for my health. Because if you don't mind sharing with my viewers, did you have a health scare as well?
Yes, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in, I think it was 2016 or 17. And, you know, I had to go for a procedure and whatever. And it kind of made you realize that life is short, and if you're not careful and you don't take care of yourself, and that's one of the biggest things for cancer is being overweight is a big contributor, and eating sugar. It feeds cancer, according to the doctors. And so even having that, I at the time I did lose weight, but then it went right back on again. So, you know, I think that was it was a scare. It was always in the back of my mind that, okay, you need to get healthy if you want to be around, if you want to be able to do things, you know, if you want to be able to go travel the way you used to and stuff like that, then you really needed, really needed to do something for my health, mentally and physically.
Mm.
Because, you know, when you get that kind of life altering experience, you really realize how important life is. So,
Yeah, that's the importance of actually investing in yourself, in your health. I mean, the return now, I mean, you could have went the other way. I mean, if you gained 40 pounds in COVID, during COVID, you know, you're at high risk of heart disease, stroke, cancer. People should realize this. This is why it makes sense to pay interest to a bank now rather than pay hospital bills, doctors, nurses down the line. It's really a
exactly.
wake up call. I mean, for some people, they
Yeah,
may not be around to see their grandkids, but their kids getting
exactly.
married.
And, you know, I don't want to be the old grandmother that can't even, you know, take them for a walk. I want to be the young grandmother that can, you know, is in good shape and go to the ball games and do stuff with them, right? I don't want to be, you know,
Is
just,
this sustainable? Like, is my program what you have learned? I mean, do
yes.
you think you will be doing another online program again, or have you learned enough? Be honest.
Well, I've learned stuff that I didn't know before, like macros and how important it is to, you know, count your protein and know, you know, what are good sources of protein, what are, you know that like chicken and, you know, meat and that it, but there's other options as well. And it's the combination, the type, like having a balanced diet. And from like, I've learned so much, and I'm sure that there's more I can learn. So I will definitely be following you. And if I find that I'm struggling or whatever, I will definitely reach out to you again. But right now, I think I have the tools that'll keep me, you know, going on the right path. I have so much more knowledge than I had before.
That's incredible.
And
What you've learned in just 14 weeks. It's
what I
incredible what
learned,
you've learned.
yeah,
You can take this with you for the rest of your life and pass it down to your kids,
exactly.
rather than, you know, so many people have, you know, went and done so many different programs and coaches and going around in circles for so many years. I mean, they've probably wasted so much money, you know. But it's incredible the results you've gotten in just 14 weeks.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And like, I don't feel like, okay, it's the end. I think it's just the beginning of a lifestyle.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing. And I
incredible.
never walked before. And now I actually look forward to going for my walk.
Have you got any
Except for,
tips? Have you
what's
got any
that?
tips for the people in the group how to get 10K steps in? Any tips, Colleen?
Well, what I usually do is I picked a route that I liked. Like I don't like walking around in circles in a, like on a track or whatever. I like going in part of the city that I didn't even know before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was there. There's a monument on this street, but I just kind of mixed it up. And then I go on my own. And then if my friend called me, I go again.
Yeah,
Like, you know, so if it was twice a day, I might get 20,000 steps in. But it's being motivated, like, you know, doing a routine, like get your meal in and, you know, feel good before you go. Make sure, well, with COVID now, there's no washrooms anywhere. So make sure you go to the washroom before you leave, you know, that kind of stuff, right? But I just found if you pick areas that are interesting to you, like, you know, like walking around a track just made me crazy. That's not my idea of a good, I want to explore. And I don't know, I think you learn a lot along the way about your own city. I mean, we don't have, it's not big here by any means, but it's
There's some
beautiful.
viewers in the group, might that are from Nova Scotia. Comment below. There could be some members from Nova Scotia in the group. I'd love to know.
I saw one that you had there one other day from Nova
New
Scotia.
Brunswick. I think Tara's from. Tara, are you from Southeast somewhere? I don't know. One of my new clients. They're all inspired by you, Colleen. You're the
Thank
main
you.
inspiration. But can I ask you about exercise? Were you doing mad, crazy exercises every day?
No. It was 3 times a week. And I started off, I really had to, I followed the videos, like, because I'm not good at following instructions, even in a group setting. So I had to follow them to make sure I was getting them so that they were effective, not just, okay, you're just doing something, you're lifting it, but you're not really getting the right muscles because you're not doing it correctly. So I followed them religiously. I put the videos on. The only thing I knew I could do by myself without any help was jumping jacks. And I went from probably 6 up to 30. So that was good. No, I found the videos very helpful. And like I said, I only had to do it for an hour, 3 times a week. And my strength was amazing.
Yeah, just forget about 45 pounds. I think it's the strength. I mean, you were out of breath before.
Oh,
I mean, your general health, you're a fitter, stronger, more confident woman. You know, it's not just about weight loss, but obviously you've lost a lot of weight. But
well, after 1 week of being on this, on the eating the proper foods, I no longer had to take a puffer and I no longer took a nose spray every single night. And that in itself was worth it, every bit of it. Like, that was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Because I've been struggling to breathe for years.
yeah, I wrote down, I've actually the notes, your struggles. Well, I read out them 14 weeks ago on our first phone call. No confidence, stuck in a rut, 5 years stuck, out of breath, no energy, no, can't wear nice clothes.
Yep.
I mean, this is complete turnaround here, what I'm seeing now. This is what it's all about, changing people's lives.
Yeah, and I'm
And
confident.
that's just a start.
Yep. And hey, I even changed my hair color since the other day. Before that, I was going with the white. And then I was like, no, you know what? I feel younger, so I'm going back to coloring my hair and wearing makeup. And it just does make you feel so much better. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you can't put a price on that, can you, Colin?
No, you can't. And the self-confidence, and I'm positive all the time now instead of this long face, you know, can't do anything. I'm out of breath every time I try something, you know, hiring people because you couldn't do it yourself. And now I can do it myself. So it makes a big difference in person.
So
Definitely.
there's 3 simple strategies that my followers can actually do right away to get results. Okay. And we've actually mentioned them at various parts of the call, of this Zoom call, but I can go over them. Okay. Number 1, guys, is plan and prepare your food every day, like Colleen. So when I was looking at your MyFitnessPal diary, you would plan days in advance even.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 1, guys. Plan and prepare your food. No eating out. Okay, you have to learn how to cook. You don't even have to cook all these fancy meals. But the second thing is, guys, I know it's an old cliche, but consistency in 10K steps, consistency in hitting your calories, consistency in hitting your protein intake. Would you agree, Colleen?
Oh, for sure. And if you make a routine, like, okay, if you know on a certain day that you have something outside of the home and you have to go to a meeting or whatever, well, work it out so that you can get your steps in before that. or
Yeah.
make a plan for afterwards.
Yeah.
You have to plan. That's it in a nutshell.
It's habits, like these new habits that you have created, they will end up getting results. It's not just little changes over time yield massive results
Yes.
consistently.
And it becomes part of you, what you do. Like it's routine and you're just, you just go with it.
Yeah,
After a while, it's, you do something 13 times and it's a habit, right?
I
That's
think
what
it's
they
actually
say
longer.
anyway.
I think it's 56 days. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe someone in the group might know. How long does it take to develop a habit, guys? Is it? I think I read somewhere 21 days, but also 56 different studies. But the bottom line is that you got amazing results.
Yeah.
The last thing then, Colleen, is another strategy someone can use is weighing, and you have to weigh and track your food. Not forever. Have to be very clear. Not forever, but initially for the first 16 weeks, you will have to weigh and track your food using the food scales and MyFitnessPal.
I still do it every day. I feel that then I'm confident that I know exactly how much I'm eating. I don't want to be, oh, whoops, there's another 2 ounces, or, I just want to make sure that I know what I'm doing and there's no guessing. So I still weigh, I still put it in my fitness
Yeah.
towel every day.
It's like saying someone watching this, you get into a car. If you want to get from A to B, you have to have a sat nav, or what do you call it? A sat nav is basically, it tells you where to go. There's a different term used in America. Back home, we call it a sat nav. So maybe someone in the group might know. But basically, you can't hit a target you cannot see. I mean, you have to have a plan, a roadmap, and weighing and tracking your food will hit the target. But you don't, after 16 weeks, my clients, I mean, you can eyeball. I always eyeball food now. I just know how many calories is in X amount of this. Initially, guys, if you want to get results, you're going to have to weigh and track your food every day.
It takes seconds to throw, breast of chicken in on a scale. Like it's not like it's going to take you half an hour to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take time at all.
If you want to get life-changing results, lose 45 pounds, you can't guess. You can't guess your way to the top or anything. You have to have a plan. You have to have a roadmap.
And
I think the roadmap. Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead. What were you saying, Colleen?
The screen went still. I said, it doesn't take long to do it, so why not do it and be sure of what you're doing instead of, oh, I didn't lose any weight this week. And then you look back, oh, well, I didn't weigh this, I didn't weigh that. This way you know and you're confident in what you're doing. So that works for me. I don't know.
Yeah, if someone is, honestly, if someone is checking in, one of my clients, and their weight loss has stalled, okay, there's a few different factors what's going on here. Okay, I go number one, adherence. Okay, I look at their diaries. Have they tracked all their food every day, not just Monday to Thursday, or are they drinking alcohol on weekends? So I see adherence as number one. So there's no point in dropping calories, adding in exercises if you're not tracking your food. So adherence. Every time I looked at your diary, it's like, oh my God, Colleen is so accurate. It's so consistent. She's just doing the easy things consistently, day after day, week after week. And you check in every week, you're down 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Your adherence is top notch. That's it. I gave you a plan, you followed the plan to a T. And I think, yeah, accountability with me there every day, obviously helping you.
Oh, definitely. And you said to me, do you believe in me? Do you think I can help you? When I first started, I was sitting in the car at Tim Hortons, and it was their first talk. And that's what you said to me. Do you believe in me? And I said, you know what? I do. After you explained things and, told me that, okay, I'll be calling you once a week. I really thought that would make the difference. And it has. And there was times you sent me messages during the week and I was having a bad day or whatever. And I tell you that, and then you'd send a little video and, pump me back up and I'd back on it, go do my walk or. So So,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not all sunshine and roses. You do sometimes need that little extra push, right?
yeah, we nearly didn't work together. Remember, you filled out the form and you said you were scanned before online. Someone
Yes.
fucking ripped you off, and you
Yep.
said you're very, very hesitant. That's why, I mean, it's a
Yep.
job in itself for me as a coach to put you at ease on the call, the first phone call, give you a sense of clarity. And I asked her, Colleen, do you actually believe in me? Do you believe that I can get you results? I have to, if someone doesn't have certainty, they're not going to get results. If someone say, oh, no, I don't know about this or that, or you never asked me about really my program or how many grams of protein do I get here or what does your app look like? You had certainty, and that's why you got results.
Yeah. That
You know?
makes all the difference. You have to believe in what you're doing and believe in the person that's helping you. Because I've never had that before, and so that's why the others didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have, you have to believe in what the person's telling you,
You
and
have to have belief.
you obviously came through because here I am.
Yeah.
So,
Have you got any message for people in my group that may think that online coaching is a scam or the Davy Mara Fitness he's not a real person? Or have you got any message for anyone that's maybe sitting on the fence about investing in their health? Any message for them, Colleen?
well, I definitely think that your program definitely works because I'm, prime example of that it does work, and that you keep the, you kept me motivated. I believed in what you were doing, and you believed in me, and you gave me lots of guidance along the way, and that's what works. That's what people need. You know, when you get on the scale and you're down 2 pounds, yeah, that's great, but you go out for dinner and your friend says, oh, let's share a piece of cheesecake or whatever. Well, if you didn't plan for that, well, then, I wouldn't have it. That's how I would do it. And I think people need to, but if you plan ahead of time and Davey says, like, yeah, you can have that. Like when you said I could have Nutella, I was like, thank God. So those kinds of things that make the difference, and being consistent, and measuring your food, all that stuff, and the macros, learning about the nutrition side of it, knowing, I never knew that before. And I mean, I have done them all. Like there's at least 10 there I can list right now of the programs that I've tried. And no one has ever mentioned those words. And that's made the difference for me because I understand it now.
Yeah,
So
I hear it every day. I mean, people are actually, and I know for a fact, people watching this right now are going around in circles, chasing their tail, going from keto to Dr. Bernstein diet to my personal favorite, the cabbage soup diet, and they're just going around in circles. But I mean, there is an answer. There is, if you're willing to listen and invest in yourself and show up every day, there is a solution. There is, and you're just living proof.
and yeah, and I mean, there's no big high tech anything, or I don't have a treadmill or a stepper or anything like that. It's all,
Do you not
I
have
have a yoga mat.
Did you not use a treadmill, Colleen?
No,
That's another thing. People probably think you have to go on a treadmill every day. It's
no.
crazy.
Walking is the most, I was shocked at how good you feel after you walk. Mentally, I actually look forward to walking now. Before, I wouldn't like, I'm not going for a walk. I hate walking. That was my attitude. And once I tried it, I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, I
And you
mean,
feel so much better coming back, right?
I've seen stories
Mentally,
where
physically.
I've seen clients who done too much training, like too much cardio specifically, and they were in a calorie deficit, and their body just did not respond. It just shut everything down by overtraining. It's too hard on the joints, and walking is just 10K steps every day with a calorie deficit. Throw in a few body weight exercises is all you need. I'm telling you, and include your favorite foods.
For sure.
So, have you got any message for anyone then, Colleen? Did I ask you that
You,
question already?
what's that?
Have you got any message for anyone in the group that an inspiring message for anyone or
take the leap. Call Davy, get signed up, get your Fitbit, because it keeps you on track as well. I love it. Because once you get 5,000, oh, I only have 5,000 more to go. So you're just all motivated. And, if you get more than the 10,000, then it's like, wow, that's a bonus, right? So that's the kind of stuff you need to do. But you got to commit yourself to doing it, making the call, and you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Of course.
Believe me.
Especially like, I know a lot of women, when they get to 40, 50, 60, they think menopause does slow everything down, but I mean, you can still definitely lose weight with the right plan, the right nutritional strategy. It's not impossible.
And the first time I was like 2,200 or 2,100 calories, and I was like amazed that I lost 4 or 5 pounds. I was like, how's that possible?
Yeah.
Because before I would diet, it would be like 1,200 calories, and I'd be hungry all the time. So
that's why people are binging, because they undereat, and then weekends they're just craving sweets, Nutella or whatever, ice cream, and they just binge.
Yeah. And like I said, I was never hungry, and I'm still not hungry on this. I don't know, maybe a lot of protein helps, or it keeps, like, you're not eating the sugars, right? So your body's not craving them.
Well, again, here's more tips for people in the group. If you have a high protein diet and a high fiber diet, you're not going to be hungry, guys. That's the secret.
So,
what's next for you, Colleen? In terms of,
well, the beach is outside my window, so I'm hoping it's going to be warm, and maybe I'll go for a swim today.
nice.
My friend just came, so we'll be going for our bicycle ride. She likes to bike ride. And then I'll do the walking on my own, because she doesn't like to walk. Well, she prefers to bike. But it's good if you can get a partner to go and do the exercise with you too. Just motivation, or it can be an extra. I got 2 people out walking with me that haven't walked. They came to walk because I was going. So they did really well.
You see the impact it's having on others now. I mean, you're leading the way here. It's incredible.
Yeah. And my daughters both my daughters bought Fitbits so they could track their steps. So, spreading it around.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I've changed a lot of people's lives in the last 5 or 6 years, but you're up there. You're in the top 3. Well, I can't compare everyone. It's incredible. Just the fact that, considering where you came from before this, you should be really proud of yourself. I'm very proud of you, and you're going to inspire so many people. Thanks for taking the time out today to share your story, Colleen.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm still going. I have another 16 pounds to go, I think. Somewhere there. Maybe a little more.
Sky is the limit now. Sky is the limit.
Yes, exactly.
Reach for the stars.
Yep.
Okay, Colleen, I better hop on another call now. So
okay, sounds good.
For taking the time out and sharing your stories. See you, Colleen.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.